It's just Rhonda. Welcome to my channel.
What's up, y'all? It's me, Rhonda.
What's up, y'all? It's just Rhonda, and I'm back to talk about. What's up, y'all? It's just Rhonda. Welcome to my channel. Love and Marriage Detroit is back. Season 2, Episode 1. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. Trying to get my grow on over here. Make sure you subscribe. Anyway. So, Carlos, I don't know why we needed this. Carlos had to do his whatever intro. To be honest, I don't know what he was talking about. But the first scene is Christina walking around in her kitchen humming and singing Amazing Grace. And I'm like, here we go with this thing that she does. Her and Brandon both, they, be acting a fool and things, but then want to bring God into the scenario. And I'm like, ain't really a whole lot of godliness going on over here. It's annoying. Brandon shows up with a handful of laundry, and I'm like, was this just in his car? What is he doing walking around with laundry? They're not in a bag or nothing. You just gonna walk in the house and hand me your dirty laundry? Nigga. Your mama don't have a washer and dryer? And I'm confused about that too, because when we met Brandon and Christina, they were moving on up like the Jeffersons in that penthouse overlooking water in the Detroit. Now it seems like they're back at the old house where they were supposed to be selling or whatever they were doing with it. And Brandon lives at his mother's house. So what's going on with the penthouse? Brandon, if you was paying all the bills before, what's changed? Y'all. Anyway, I have questions about things. And if you're trying to make up with me, I would suggest you don't walk in the house with a handful of dirty laundry. That's just going to solidify, me confirming that I'm making the right decision in this moment. Anyway, Christina said at the reunion, she thought that they were working on, getting things back on track. But Brandon actually wanted a divorce. And I feel like last season when they stomped out of that wine event where they, start carrying on across the table from one another, he was standing outside talking about, do you want to be with me? And I said then, that's him trying to formulate an exit plan. They both, I feel like, don't want to be the one to say, let's don't. Because maybe then they won't have to take responsibility for breaking up the family, but child. And they keep, this whole story that they met after married after 6 months after knowing each other. Okay, I get it. That's not always the best decision. They got married after 6 months and they discovered that they didn't even really, match on any type of level. She didn't even live in Detroit. She lived in another state. He said he was online and he saw her little tushy. He wanted to tap it. That's what it was. So now y'all are matrimony. However, it's 14 years later, and I feel like maybe you didn't know each other then, but 14 years is one heck of a try. But Brandon and Christina be pretending. So it's hard to tell what they're pretending to do over here. It's weird. Brandon walking around with that soft, long, sad, sappy, saggy face that he be making. You look happy. I'm sad. She's like, I am happy and peaceful. You're more peaceful and happy without me here. He don't even want to be there. Why is he acting sad? I feel like he's been trying to escape for a minute. Here we go with Christina looking a fool in the confessional again. I don't know what she be dressed like. She's supposed to be an influencer, and I don't know who she's out here influencing. She's got this church lady hairdo with these like spiral curls, you know, falling down the side, and it's a lot of hairdo doing over there with Christina and her confessional. Then she's got this another floor. Christina, is you still getting your fabric out of that storage unit? You need to go buy some new fabric. I'm just saying, this old lady suit with some hot pants on. Like, she like progresses like as you go from her head to her toe, from a church lady to a, I don't know, spice hooker with thigh-high golden boots on. It was just, I don't know what was happening with her. Brandon was sitting there looking like a slug as usual. Jesus. Okay, so where was I, child? Brandon, sad Brandon, says he feels like he was just being molded and attacked. She was like his enemy. Brandon says he feels like he's never going to meet her standards. And, you know, what she wants, what she desires him to be. And he's pretty much not changing. He would like for her to accept him for who he is. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's definitely things that you would discover if you like date each other for longer than 6 months. Then yeah, you'll get to see like maybe how different you are. And he said that they would have never got married had they spent at least a year. And I'm like, well, and then you spent the next 14 years, you know, I don't know, suffering along the way. Both of them seem pretty miserable. I'm not understanding what the conversation is. And they're sitting there talking about, we got to do the work. I got work to do. You got work to do. I don't know what they're working on. Brandon said the only reason why he even came over there is because God told him to. And I think that's also one of those things that he says to like be mean to make her be the one to go ahead and say, let's get a divorce. Like I said, he said he's paying for everything and they already have 2 houses. So, you know, Christina, I mean, I guess you're gonna have to figure out. She don't seem like she's struggling to figure out how to pay for things. When he said he wasn't, you know, I want you to see me as the husband that you always wanted, or what have you. Brandon not being willing to change, like I feel like if you're gonna be married or parents, at some point you gotta be willing to maybe not change. Change is, you know, a big word. Adjust though. You have to adjust to like having different people like be a part of your unit. So if you're going into the thing like I ain't changing, and then she said at the wedding he was flirting, like that's where y'all started at the wedding with him blatantly flirting and you know checking out other women. So literally from day one, like, and she's in her confessional saying most women, some women, well, women like me, yeah, break it on down, girl, because not most women. That sounds crazy. Most women are probably not gonna leave their home for some nigga in Detroit that they don't know to be married to in 6 months. That's most women are not gonna do that. Some women will. Women like you, I guess, I suppose. But she said you know, you're not just about to give up on your marriage. And basically she said have your weight on your man to get it together. So she don't even think he got it together still. She just been waiting on him to get it together. So everything he said basically in his sad little Brandon way was exactly the truth. He's not, you know, feeling like he, you know, I can see Christina like trying to like mold him into something, but he's so pliable, he might need a little molding. His mama, his mama not doing it. She didn't do it before and she's probably not gonna do it now. It's too late. She said if she had to do it over again, she would set different boundaries and maybe you would just wait longer than 6 months. That's what the part you should do different. It's not about the boundaries. You and Brandon ain't even moving in the same direction, it don't seem like. He said he felt like you were his enemy. That's a big deal. That's not good. Y'all got kids. Then y'all be walking around pretending, well, last season she said he didn't come home. He was never there. He bees down to the Star Factory with his little beat machine. Child, Christina started crying. She tired. She tired. She tired. So they, you know, get together and pray. And I sit here in confusion. Because I mean, let's get this moving. We were at the reunion was what? I don't know, 5 months ago because Kobe announced that she was pregnant at the reunion. And now she's 5 months pregnant. So speaking of Colby, her and Russell is down to the doctor, getting a sonogram, not wanting to know what the sex of the baby is gonna be. I guess if this girl is gonna be feeling devastated if she finds out she's having a girl, which I'm pretty sure she did have another girl, then maybe she should just wait in hopes of having a boy. So she won't be giving that devastated energy over to the child. I don't understand that. She wants a child that's gonna worship her the same way her daughter worships her daddy. Child, shut up. That's a weird dynamic. I don't understand it. You know, when you get pregnant, it's 50-50 chance. There's no sense in being devastated about how anything turns out. It's gonna be stressful either way at some point. And then Russell's over here talking about who's willing to keep trying. We can keep trying until we get a boy. Yeah, get pregnant. And if you can't do that, then I mean, you know, it's gonna be what it is. She'll have another. As much as she's sitting up there talking about how she don't want no number 3 and she's not having no football team, because I'm pretty sure they had a girl. I don't feel like looking it up, but I think she'll probably have to have another because, you know, again, her core values, the way she was raised, tells, you know, her that that's what she has to do because he's her husband. And if he's her husband, then she should be pushing out as many babies as he wants her to do. That's what her mother's going to tell her. So Brandon has to sit down with his mom and he's over there disrespecting her cupcakes. And I don't know how nasty you can make a cupcake, but it was so unnecessary for you to sit there and spit it out. I'm like, it came out of a Betty Crocker box, probably. How bad can it be? I don't think Brandon's mother is over there making, you know, homemade from scratch strawberry cupcakes. They're just freaking out the box. That's that spoiled behavior. Is that what you be doing over there with Christina? Spitting your food out the dinner table? Whining. I went over Christina. I hate her a lot. I only married her because I wanted to smash. You sound stupid. And his mother's like, well, I mean, I did the same thing and I didn't want to get involved, but I could have told you that was a bad idea. And that when I got a divorce from your father, he didn't even want to do it. Probably not. Coming home with strawberry cupcakes and things. Laundry done. She must have told Brandon, do she not have a washing machine? Brandon, you could do your own laundry. I feel like he was being extra with that. Who's Brandon's barber? I'm just saying. You know, you waiting on Christina to comb your hair too? Jesus. I just feel like if I were a guy and I knew like I was getting ready to start filming things, I would go to the barber shop, get that Gumby thing cut off the top of my head. So we got a new couple, the Dovines. We got Kimberly and Marcel Dovine. They've been married for 8 years and they have 2 children, a little boy, a little girl. I would prefer to call the baby Chancellor. I don't want to call the baby Booker Man. He's cute as he can be, but can we just call the kids their actual name? He gonna be a big old boy running around 17 years old, 18, grown ass man, and you calling him Booker Man. Let's just call him Chancellor. That's what we decided, right? How come he can't be Chance? You know, a version of his actual name. I'm just saying. Kimberly does a lot of things. She's an event planner. She's a designer. I'm guessing she designed that ugly pink shirt she had on her confessional, looking like she fresh out of a Missy Elliott video. And not in a good way, necessarily. She's a speaker and a curator. She does lots of things. And so does her husband. He's in the mortgage industry. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know if he's a realtor. I don't know. He said he's in the mortgage industry. That's it. That's all. And we'll figure the rest out later. And he's a motivational speaker. I can neither confirm nor deny that. I didn't feel a lot of motivated, but it wasn't necessarily time for him to be on his motivational speaking, you know, stuff. So we'll see. They have this little marriage conversation and I don't like, we just met y'all. We don't really care about how y'all need to spread your time around and we get it on your calendar and things because we're not interested and Book Man is not interested either. So Anthony and Latoya are having the Dovines over, so I'm guessing they're the ones that's introducing. It's really not, doesn't seem like introducing because the Dovines already know everybody. The Slady Bees everywhere, this Kimberly. Anthony decides that they're gonna sit there and play Never Have I Ever. And I feel like Anthony at this age, either they have or they're probably never gonna. He's just the life of the party, and no, Anthony been knowing Kimberly because Anthony knows everyone. But apparently, like over the years, Kimberly and Dr. Latoya have become close, I guess. It's giving Shanita a little bit, just a little bit, but an actual cast member. Like the lady came in doing a lot. I'm not mad at it. Like, let's get it started. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she's doing a lot straight out the gate. And Dr. Latoya and Anthony is messy over there. You know how they like to get shit stirred up and sit back and watch y'all act a fool. Like Brandon and Christina is the easy targets because they will get down, to the public and start screaming on each other. Why are they eating at the coffee table? I was so annoyed. I was like, you feeding them the whole steak, steak, dry ass chicken, dry ass mashed potatoes. Why don't y'all eat that in the living room? I mean, in the dining room. Yeah, y'all got a dining room. I was just like, y'all eating steak and things at the coffee table. You can't even like gotta lean over it. Just looked uncomfortable. I mean, that steak looked hard. They probably was only gonna take a couple few bites of that anyway. Um, Dr. Latoya and Anthony invited the Dovine. So apparently Bravo is having an 8th anniversary. And so they invited the Dovines to go to this little get together dinner, anniversary dinner, because, bring some people, it'll be fine. And Kim knows everybody. She knows Colby, she loves her. She knows Bravo's partner, she loves her. She knows Christina. She don't have a whole lot of love for Christina. So now there's an issue. I was like, so they invited you to the party and they tell you who all gonna be there because we like to know that. And then when they get to Christina, she goes, well, I don't know about that. And I'm like, you were just invited. You have no control over the guest list. So what you don't know about is like, I guess we'll find out, but relax, Kimberly. We just met you a second ago. You and your what's his name? Oh, Marcel. Um, they love them an M, don't they? I'm glad he's over here and not over there. There's not a whole lot of M's over here. That doesn't mean I'll be able to keep it together any better, but it is what it is. She says she been knew Brandon because she used to sing, and I was like, oh my God, this is probably why her and Christina don't get along because they do all the things, the same things. She actually had took part in introducing Christina to the world of being an influencer. And her and Christina are very much under the influence of floral, ugly brocade fabrics, both of them. Kim says she did Christina's baby shower, but she's an event planner. So, and I'm guessing like if you're social climbing, then you would definitely hire the who's who of event planning to host, event plan your baby shower. That's how you get to know people and things. And then Christina was invited to their wedding. And so I was like, okay, so then y'all were friends. Maybe not. Because Kimberly said that Christina has issues and problems with reciprocity and accountability. And Latoya's like, told y'all. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just let this lady over here say it. That's why I'm so glad to have her be a part of the group. Detroit, do y'all know the Dovines? Does this lady be at all the speaking engagements and things? I'm just wondering. But she came through with a bang. Christina wants to meet up with Kobe because they haven't seen each other since the reunion. And she wants to like feel her out and see where they are before they go to Bravo's dinner. Just so things aren't awkward and that's not the first time they're seeing each other. Kobe shows up looking irritated, like, I guess I'm here. I'm pregnant. I don't want to be bothered with this girl, but scenes need to be shot. Christina does that thing where, she talks about how she takes sisterhood very seriously and she felt distant from Colby after the reunion. And so that's why, I was getting the vibe that she thought Colby should reach out to her. Reach out to me and let me know we're cool, or Colby's on some, or we don't have to reach out. We're good. You know what I'm saying? I'm with child, trying to protect my peace over here. And whatever you got going on, I'm not going back and forth. She's not going back and forth with you, Christina. That's where she's at with it. Christina started talking about how, at home, I'm just can't going through some things and I can't fight with Brandon and I can't fight with you and I just don't have any fight left in me. And Kobe's like, well, at the reunion, you and Brandon said you were cool. So I didn't even know that was a thing. And I'm pretty much like, I'm good where I'm at. Like everything's peaceful, everything's fine. We don't have any issues, but I would like to keep moving forward with things as they are now, where I don't have to be bothered with you. So I feel like that's what she was saying. We won't be, meeting up for lunch no time soon. But if we run into each other at events like Bravo's dinner party, what have you, I can come in there and be like, hey, oh, well, good to see you. And then you and Brandon do whatever that thing is you and Brandon do. So now we're over at this anniversary dinner. And the couples arrive and everybody's giving their pleasantries. Anthony and Latoya are there. Bravo and his partner, wife, I'm gonna just call her his wife, child. That's her man. Colby comes in. Everybody's admiring her cute baby bump. Colby is very cute. And she had this like gray leather, like jumper romper thing overall kind of situation with a white blouse. I was like, that's so cute. I really like the non-maternity version of that. Anyway, Brandon and Christina shows up. Christina shows up with this pink, what Anthony called poodle coat, and he's hating on her poodle coat. Anthony, would disagree with you. I'm sorry. I thought the poodle coat was cute. Like, I hate the brocade floral fabric church lady thing that she be doing in her confessionals, but she looked fine. Relax, Anthony. You wish you could wear that poodle coat. I wasn't going to say that, but we know how Anthony do. After everybody settles in a little bit, here comes the Dovines. There's obvious tension between Christina and the lady. They walk around and say hi to everyone except Christina and Brandon, which was rude. Dovine, you're supposed to be all this elegant event planner. What did you call yourself? She had a lot of titles. I don't have them all memorized yet, but you would think as a public person, the way you'd be doing these events and things, that you would know that it's not proper etiquette to walk in there and sit at a dinner table and you could have just, hey, everyone, see, covered. That's not just excluding. Now you've made it weird for the rest of the people sitting at the table because now they're like, that was weird. And I'm guessing based on the previews of next week that, they won't have to wonder what's going on because it gets into a screaming match. Miss Kimberly came in and you already screaming at the first dinner party. I'm going to reserve my judgment for a little bit more down the season, but I'm going to put it on the table right now. It's concerning, Kimberly. Anthony and Dr. Latoya sitting there enjoying it. But they brought her over here. Brandon tells Russell that he's considering divorce, was considering divorce, is considering divorce. I don't know. They'll be considering probably for the next 14 years, talking about how they didn't know each other very well when they met. And his mother is over there telling Christina to get on with her life. So Yeah, so that was the first episode. Love and Marriage Detroit. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.